Look at all you awesome yoga people. We're going to have such a good time for the next hour. It is going to be awesome. But before we start, one or two announcements. So the first announcement is, now that I completely forgot it, Bring Your Friend Week is next week. All of you have friends. I know this to be a fact. So now the next step is to bring them into the studio. It is so much fun with new energy, with new people. It just lightens everything up, and we have an amazing time. So it's going to be from, I think it's Sunday to Sunday, and your friends come for free. They just fill out a waiver. They get a mat. They get a towel. They get to practice. It's an awesome experience. So bring some friends. All right, let's get started in child's pose. So this first few moments of class is the opportunity, is your chance to start to shed everything that happened today, start to come into the room, come into your mat, come into your body. And we do that in a couple of ways. We check in with ourselves. So check in with your feet, be aware of them pressing into the mat. Check in with your shins, check in with your knees. Allow yourself to be aware of your hands and the mat underneath of them. Bring your awareness into your breath. In this form of yoga, we practice a 4-part breath. A gentle inhale with a pause at the top, a gentle exhale, and a pause at the bottom. This breath is so powerful. It's a tool that we use. It helps us through challenging poses. It allows us to relax our body. It allows us to stay present, to stay aware of what's going on in our body throughout the entire practice. So whenever your mind starts to drift, starts to wander, bring your awareness, bring your thoughts back to your breath. That gentle inhale and the gentle exhale. Tuck your toes under and push up into down dog. So for the majority of you, this is probably the first down dog you've done all day. So I want you to wiggle around, move your knees, move your hips. Make this pose your pose. Get into it. Feel the pose. Take your heels over to the right, then take your heels over to the left. Just really start to move around, whatever feels right in your body. Come back to stillness and move to the front of your mat. Coming up to a gentle half lift and then fold down to ragdoll. We're still in that same mindset of child's pose, so let everything from today roll off your back. Anything that happened bad, all of those to-do lists, let them all roll off your back. Let that inner voice, that constant running dialogue just drift away. Inhale your hands high up into the air. Reach as tall as you can get. The whole way up, exhale your hands to heart center. We're going to start class today with a single Om. Inhale. Om. All right, now we get to play. Inhale your hands high up overhead. Exhale, fold your hands down to the ground. Inhale up to half lift. Step back for low push-up. Up dog, down dog. So one breath for one motion. And I'm cueing them, so breathe. Be very aware of your breath. Exhale, and on empty, move to the front of the mat. Half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale your hands the whole way up. Get as tall as you can get, and fold. Inhale up to half lift, and step back to low push-up. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. That flow, that circular motion of your breath with one movement becomes just a flow, a graceful flow. On exhale, move to the front of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale your hands the whole way up. Reach like you're going to touch the ceiling and fold. Inhale up to half lift and step back for low push-up. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. For 2 breaths. And on empty, move to the front of the mat. Half lift and fold. Reach up as tall as you can. Grow an extra inch and fold. Inhale up to half lift and step back for low push-up. Up dog. Exhale back to down dog for 1 breath. And on empty, move to the front of the mat. Last sunny, the biggest you can get. Inhale, half lift and fold. Inhale, reach your hands the whole way up as tall as you can get and fold. Half lift. Exhale back to low push-up. Up dog and down dog. 1 breath. And on empty, move to the front of the mat. Half lift and exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Sit deep, powerfully, and fold. Inhale up to half lift. Step back for low push-up. Up dog. Exhale back to down dog. Right side warrior 1. Be big in these warriors. Take up all the space. Reach tall. Hands to the mat for low push-up. Up dog and down dog. Left side, warrior 1. Just move right into it. Reach up. Exhale your hands down to the mat for low push-up. Up dog and down dog. 1 breath. On empty, move to the front of the mat. Half lift and fold. Chair pose, here you go. Sink deep and fold. Inhale up to half lift. Exhale back to low push-up. Up dog and down dog. Right side, warrior 1. Right in the flow with your breath. Reach. Exhale your hands down to the mat for low push-up. Up dog, down dog. Left side, warrior 1. Step into it. Be big. Take up all the space. Hands to the mat for low push-up. Up dog, down dog. 1 breath. And on empty, move to the front of the mat. Half lift, fold. Chair pose, sit deep. This is the last chair and fold. Well, sun chairs. Half lift, low push-up. Up dog, and down dog. Right side, warrior 1. Take up all the space on your mat. Inhale up and fold. Up dog and down dog. Left side, warrior 1, just in the flow. You know what's coming. Inhale up, hands to the mat for low push-up. Up dog, down dog. All right, here we go. Right side, warrior 1. Step forward. Move with your breath. Inhale up, hands to the mat for low push-up. Up dog, down dog. Move at your own speed with your own breath. Left side, warrior one. Step forward. Reach tall. Hands to the mat for low push-up. Up dog, down dog. Whatever speed, you know where we're going. Right side, warrior one. Step. Take up all the space. Hands to the mat for low push-up. Up dog, down dog. Left side, warrior one. Be big, be in your body, in the flow. Hands to the mat for low push-up. Up dog, down dog. What's on the other side of possibility? Right side, warrior one. Step forward, go with it, reach. Hands to the mat for low push-up. Up dog, down dog. Left side, warrior one. Step forward, as big as you can get. Just be in your body, be in it. Hands to the mat for low push-up. Up dog, down dog. Last one, right side, warrior one. Here we go. The best ones yet. Reach, hands to the mat for low push-up. Up dog, down dog. Left side, warrior one. Step forward. Hands to the mat for low push-up. Up dog and down dog for 3 breaths. That was awesome. You guys look like you're warmed up, like that cold from outside has left you. So here we go. Raise your right leg behind you. Reach it to the back wall. Push your heel into the back wall. Now pull your heel into your bottom and open your hips to the yellow wall. Before we flip over, allow your hips to open up. Push down into both hands. And slowly, gracefully flip over into whatever pose that I just forgot this was. Reach for the front wall. As big as you can get. As bold as you can get. Last breath. Reach for the front wall. Flip back the whole way over into side plank. Facing the purple wall. Here we go. Fire up your core. Pull your core into your body. Reach up. Reach up with your top hand so much that your bottom hand just feels like it's going to float off of the mat. A few more breaths. Reach tall. Fullest expression. Hands to the mat for low push-up. Up dog and down dog. Raise your left foot into the air. High behind you. Push into your heel. Pull your heel into your bottom and open your hips up to the purple wall. Now again, here we are. Before we flip over, really open your hips. Push into your hands. Then slowly and gracefully flip over, reaching for the front wall. If wheel is here for you and it's a possibility, of course, go for it. Last breath, fullest expression, and flip over through down dog right into side plank, facing the yellow wall. Again, pull your core into your body. Lift up so much that, unlock your arm. There you go. Lift up so much that your hand just feels like it's going to float off the mat. The only thing that's heavy is your thoughts. Fullest expression, as big as you can get. Hands to the mat for low push-up. Up dog and down dog for 3 breaths. This is awesome. I heard a lot of people say that it was cold and they didn't want to be cold anymore, so here we go. Right foot forward for crescent lunge. Now take a moment. This is a special crescent lunge. It's the first one we've done today. So find this pose. Sink deep in your front knee and push into the back ball of your foot. When you're ready, raise your hands high up into the air. And if a back bend is there for you, go for it. Just take a tiny little back bend. And by tiny, I mean go touch your heels. Back up to center. Open up to warrior two. Staying deep in that front knee. Stretch. Reach for the walls. Lean forward. Reach for the front wall and bring your elbow to your knee or your hand to inside your front foot. Extended side angle. So open up your hips. Open your heart up to the ceiling. And stay deep in your front knee. All right, let's try that again. Deep in your front. There we go. Fullest expression. Twist open. Hands to the mat for low push-up. Up dog and down dog. Left side crescent lunge. Take up lots of space. So be big, be energetic, be everything you can be. That is not taking up half of your mat. That's taking up your entire mat. When you're ready, hands up and maybe take a back bend. A tiny little back bend. Lift up through your heart. Back up to center. Staying deep in your front knee, open up to warrior two. That's the ticket. Reach. Get longer. Everybody in here can get 3 inches longer. Reach for the front wall. Reach for the back wall. Now lean forward and take your hand to either inside your foot or your elbow to your knee. Staying deep in your front knee. There you go. Open up to the ceiling. Just a few more breaths. Anything's possible for a few breaths. Hands down to the mat for low push-up. Up dog and down dog. Whew. Move to the front of the mat. Half lift and fold. Chair pose. And I don't mean any chair pose. I mean an amazing chair pose. Sit deep. Pull your core into your body. Pull your navel like it's going to pop out of your spine. Now wiggle your toes. Bring your hands into heart center and twist open to the yellow wall, staying deep in your knees. Get your hips lower than your heart. These are some amazing chairs I'm seeing right now. If it's in your practice, open your arms. You have a lot of options here. You can place your arm between your knees. You can bind your back. You can bind your top arm behind your back. Side crow is an option. Just a few more breaths. Twist open. Twist open to the ceiling. And back up to chair pose. Staying deep. Don't cheat yourselves. Deep in your knees. Bring your hands into heart center. And open to the purple wall. I know a lot of you guys were hoping for a fold there, but we're going for it. We're going to be amazing in this class. What's possible on the other side of what you think is possible? Reach your arms open. Be big in this pose. Your legs are giving you lots of information. That's awesome. That means you're alive. That means you're here. Twist open for just a few more breaths. Back up to chair pose. You can do it. And fold. Wiggle your hips out. Spread your feet to hip width distance. Peace fingers around your big toes and fold over. With your fingers still bound, rise up into halfway lift, straight back. And use your arms to pull you deeper into the fold. If that means you have to bend your knees, bend them a lot. Rest your belly on your hips. Now with your hands still bound, walk to the back of your mat. This is just something the teacher likes to do because you guys all look amazing doing it. And we're going to take an inversion. We're going to do basket headstand tonight. Everybody can do basket headstand. I'm going to cue it in steps. And when you get to a step that you don't feel comfortable in anymore, just stay right there. Or take it back a tiny little step. So the first step, elbows like this. Hands on your elbows. And then place your elbows on the mat. Keeping your elbows exactly where they're at. Bring your hands out and interlace your fingers. Now your fingers make a basket for your head. Place about 2 or 3 inches past your hairline on the mat. If you don't have a hairline, it's where your finger would reach if your palm's on your forehead. And you can stop right here. This may be all the farther some of you go, and that's perfectly fine. If not, push up into down dog legs. And you can stop here, or you can walk your feet into your face, like you're going to kiss your toes. And then bring one foot up, keeping it bent, keeping it in your body, keeping your knee in your body. Bend. There you go. Now, if it's there for you, you can lift the other foot up, keeping both knees tucked like a tight ball into your body. And we'll all meet up in down dog. So if you're still playing, you have a few breaths, it's no big deal. If you want to just go right into down dog, go for it. Move to the front of the mat. Half lift and fold. Inhale your hands the whole way up. Reach tall. Reach tall. Kelsey, get a little taller. And take eagle on the right. So right arm under, right leg over. And find a spot in the front wall and stare it down. I mean really stare it down, like they took the last mashed potatoes at Thanksgiving dinner. Stare that spot down. Now sink deeper into your bent knee. With your arms still bound, raise your knee up in front of you and then push it back behind you for bound arm airplane. Before we unbind our arms, take a moment to square your hips off to the mat. Slowly and gently unbind your arms and take them behind you. Pulling your shoulder blades together, lifting your heart to the front wall. Now lean back so much you fall into crescent lunge. Staying deep in your front knee with your hands up, high up overhead. Now lean forward, reach for the brick wall, bring your hands into heart center, and twist open towards the purple wall. Staying deep in that front knee. It's giving you information, it's telling you that you're alive, it's telling you what's going on. If it's in your practice, open your arms. And twist your heart open to the sky. Twist, there you go. Last few breaths, fullest expression. Twist open. Come back up to crescent lunge, staying deep in your knee. Now reach for the brick wall again, and this time reach so much so that your back toes just lift off the mat for warrior 3. Find that pose, find that spot to stare at. It's actually called a dristi. And it helps so much with balancing. We have just one more pose, and you can do anything for one more pose. Bring your hands into heart center and open up for half moon. Here we go. This is it. This is the last pose on this side. As big as you can get. Open your hips. Reach to the ceiling. Maybe even look up. If you're looking up, wiggle your fingers. A few more breaths, fullest expression, and fold over. Whew. Wiggle your hips. Bring movement back into your legs. That was awesome. And the best part about yoga is we have 2 sides. So we get to do that all over again. Inhale your hands the whole way up into the sky. Reach tall. Get tall. And take eagle on the left. So left arm under, left leg over. Now once you've sat deep as you did on the other side, pull your core into your body. Pull your belly button into your spine. If you think your belly button's pull it in even more. With your arms still bound, raise your front knee and push it behind you for airplane with bound arms. Before we unbind our arms, square your hips off to the mat. Unbind your arms, slowly taking them behind you. Your hands supporting you as much as your foot. Now lean back, tipping into crescent lunge. With your hands up, high up overhead, deep in your front knee. Reach for the front wall, reach for the bricks. Your hands to heart center and open up to the yellow wall. If it's in your practice, open your hands. Maybe even take a bind if it's there for you. See what's possible. Play around. The worst thing that's going to happen is you're going to tip over. No big deal. Happens all the time. Fullest expression. Open up as big as you can get. Open up to the ceiling. Come back up to crescent lunge, staying deep in your knee. Reach up Now lean forward so much that your back foot just comes off the ground for warrior 3. Here we go. This is it. This is when your leg starts telling you stuff. Can you stay through the discomfort? Can you see what's on the other side? Can you see what's possible? We have one pose left. Here we go. Bring your hands into heart center and open up for half moon. This is it. A few breaths. You can do anything for a few breaths. Maybe look up at your hand. Maybe wiggle your fingers as big as you can get and relax down to the mat. Whew. Wiggle out your hips. Wiggle out your thighs. Come back up to standing. Here we go. Dancers or standing bow on the right. I have straps here, and it looks like a lot of you guys want straps. I can just tell in your face, a lot of you guys want straps. If you don't want a strap, don't wait for me. Just go into the pose. Just go for it. Be a yes. Be in the pose. Ow, I'm sorry. Fullest expression, as big as you can get. Kick back into your strap or into your hand and relax out of the pose. No breaks, no stories. Swing your arms around and take dancers or standing bow on the left. In the pose, in your body, what is possible now? Reach for the front wall if you're in standing bow. Kick into your strap. Get as big as you can get. The worst that'll happen is you fall out. As big as you can get. And relax out of the pose. All right, dancers are standing bow on the right. This is where it happens. This is where change happens. When we've done it 1, 2, or 3 times, it's right here. Go for it. Kick. Really kick. Kick, 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 kick. There you go. Fullest expression. As big as you can get. And relax out. Swing your arms around. Last one. Here we go. The biggest pose, the best thing we've done all night is right now. Take the pose. Dancers or standing bow, reach for the sky. Reach for what's possible. Just a few more breaths, as big as you can get. Take up all the space in the room. And relax out of the pose. Step to the front of the mat, set your strap off to the side, and take tree pose on the right. Tree pose is our opportunity to come back into ourselves, come back into our bodies, bring our awareness back into our breath. When you found the pose, you can express your hands in whatever way feels right. There's no right or wrong here. Allow yourself to be aware of your foot pressing into your mat. And relax out of the pose. Tree pose on the left. There's no rush. This pose is all about the pause. When you've found your center, express your hands in whatever way feels right. There's some amazing breath. Relax out of the pose. Inhale your hands the whole way up into the sky, as tall as you can get, and fold. Half lift. Exhale back to low push-up. Up dog. And down dog. Right side, warrior one. Be in this pose, big in this pose. Take up all of your mat. Reach up and open up to warrior two. Reach forward for the brick wall. Reach forward, reverse your palm, and reverse your warrior. How about flip your palm and reverse your warrior? There we go. Deep, there you go. Your fingertips reach back so far that your front leg just magically straightens as long as you can from your fingertips to your toes. Come back up, T-arms. We're going to take triangle. We're going to do it slightly differently. Lean forward to the brick wall. Now lean even more forward to the brick wall. Now don't move your torso an inch. Just take your arms down. That's where you should be for triangle. With your torso, with your ribs, with your side body straight and long. Reach up, open up to the ceiling. Look up at your hand. Wave hi to the person behind you. There you go. And low push-up. Up dog and down dog. Left side, warrior one. So again, find this pose. Be in this pose, deep in the front knee. Pull your core into your body. And then open up to warrior two. Lean forward, reach forward. Flip your palm and reverse your warrior. Now magically, your fingers are just drawn to the wall behind you. Straighten your front knee. Get as long as you can from your fingertips to your toes. And come up to T-arms. Again, just like we did last time, reach for the front wall. Now reach even further for the front wall. And without moving your torso, just take your hands down to the mat, to your leg, to a block. The idea of triangle is to keep your torso straight and to get mobility and motion in your hips and your inner thighs. Open up. Open up to the ceiling. Shine your heart up to the ceiling. Low push-up. Up dog. And down dog. Whew. Roll out to a high plank. And lower down to forearm plank. Just going to get a little bit of abs in here before we really do them later on. Just pull your core into your body. Allow yourself to get light on your forearms, light on your toes. Just 2 more breaths. You can do anything for 2 more breaths. And lower down to the mat. Swing your arms down by your sides. Push your pelvis into the mat and lift up. Lift your shoulders. If it's there for you, lift your feet. And now, the really hard part, relax your butt. No, I mean, okay, guys, seriously, relax your butt. There we go. So 1 more breath, fullest expression. Exhale down. Bend your knees, shake your legs side to side. Back to stillness. Grab your ankles with your hands for floor bow. And when you're there, don't wait for me. Just go for it. This is your practice. Go for it. Are you ready? Oh, hold on. There we go. And lift up. Last breath. Fullest expression. And relax down. Wave your feet side to side. Bring your hands into your lowest ribs. And take a slow up dog. A slow, juicy up dog. And then take an equally slow path back to down dog. Hop through to a seated position for what is lovingly referred to as towel and water bottle pose. And then when you're done with that, we're going to move right into staff pose. So reach for the front wall. Reach for the front wall. Pull your toes back towards your face and pull your shoulder blades back into the back of your body. And now slowly, as slow as can be, lower down to the mat. So some of you guys have a slightly interesting definition of slow, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Bring your heels into your body for bridge pose. This is a build-up. This is the build-up to the peak of our practice. The most energy, the biggest poses. So push down into your feet for bridge pose. Lift up. Maybe take your shoulders underneath of your body. And again, just like that pose we just did, relax your butt. Your butt doesn't help you. What helps you is to push into your feet. And lower down to the mat. 1 more bridge pose. So push down into your feet. Allow your feet to push you up into the pose. Lift right here. There you go. Now don't come out of bridge. If you want to stay in bridge, stay right here. If you're going to move to wheel, take your hands high up overhead and bend your elbows so they're into your shoulders. And right from bridge, just push right up. You're already halfway there. Push up into what's possible. Try something new. Now this is just our first bridge. We're going to do our first wheel. We're going to do a couple of these. So this first one, just kind of move around, find the pose, get into it. This one's just for fun. And lower down to the mat. If you're staying with bridge, awesome. Stay with bridge. Be right there in the pose. If you're going for wheel, go for it right now. Just pop right up to the sky. Be big. Take up all of the energy in the room. Explode into the room. Explode out through your heart. Explode out through your core. As big as you can get. Last breath. And relax down to the mat. And here it is, the last one. The last bridge. The last wheel. The biggest pose we've done all night. If you can, you must. Push up into wheel. Go for it. Be big. Be powerful. Everyone as big as they can get, as powerful as they can be. Lift a leg. Lift a foot. Lift both legs. And relax down to the mat. Bring your feet, soles of your feet together for Supta Baddha Konasana. And relax onto the mat. Bring your awareness back into your breath. Bring your energy back into your body. Take this opportunity. We're here for a little longer this time. So really relax. Check in with your entire body. Pull your knees into your body. And if you have a block, which all of you should almost have blocks, place it between your shins. Then reach your legs up to the sky. Push your legs into the ceiling. Now for those of you with cork blocks, I'm really sorry. Lower your feet 30 degrees and push into the wall. Push into the corner of the room. Push. There you go. Lower your feet another 30 degrees. Here we go. This is where it starts. Pull your core into the mat. Let your belly button sink into the mat. Lower your feet another 30 degrees, 2 inches above the mat. Look at your toes. Lift your shoulders up. Look at your toes. And slowly raise your feet back up. That was the opposite of slowly. We're going to try this again. We're going to try this again. We're all going to get it. It's going to be amazing. Lower your feet 30 degrees. There we go. Pull your core in. Lower your feet another 30 degrees. Lower your feet to 2 inches above the mat. Look at your toes. Check them out. Wiggle them around. And slowly raise your feet back up overhead. Almost all of you got the slow. Last time. I know everyone's going to get it this time. Lower your feet 30 degrees. Push into the corner of the wall. Lower your feet another 30 degrees. Lower your feet to just 2 inches above the mat. Check out your toes. We have 15 minutes left. And slowly raise your feet back up overhead. There we go. Take your block, set it to the side. Roll around on your back 3 times and come up into boat pose. You guys didn't think we were done with abs quite yet, did you? We got this going on. So pop right up into boat pose. There's a lot of options here. You can have your hands behind your thighs. You can straighten your legs out. You can keep your knees bent. All right, here we go. I'm so excited. Low boat. High boat. Low boat. High boat. Low boat. High boat. Last one, low boat. High boat. Now, it wouldn't be a boat if we didn't row it, so row your boat side to side. There we go. We're like a yoga boat rowing team here. This is awesome. And relax down to the mat. Stretch your hands high up overhead. Stretch your feet long out in front of you. We're just going to do this a little different. So flip over like pancakes. The back of the room is now the front of the room. And push up into down dog. Reach your right leg high up into the air behind you. Pull your knee into your nose. And take half pigeon on the right. So the intense part, the intense physical part of this practice is over. Now it's relaxing. It's opening your body up to what's possible. It's opening your hips. Bring your awareness into your hip. Are you holding yourself out of the pose? Are you keeping those muscles tight? If so, just make a conscious effort. Even if no movement happens, that conscious effort will allow your body to, in the future, open up. Tuck your back toes under and push up into down dog. Bringing movement, bringing motion back into that hip. Coming back into stillness. Raising your left leg, raise your left leg into the air. Pull your knee into your nose, curl up like a tight little ball, and take half pigeon on the left. There's no rush to get into the pose. There's no effort. Just relax into it. Tuck your back toes under and push up into down dog. Again, bringing motion, bringing movement back into that hip. Roll out onto your belly and flip over like a pancake. So now the front of the room is now the front of the room again. Pull your knees into your body and take them over to the left for supine twist. Knees back into center. Take them over to the yellow wall for supine twist. Knees back into center. Stretch long on the mat for an incredibly well-deserved Shavasana. There's stones at the top corner of your mat if you want to use them. If not, you can throw them at your neighbor. But allow your legs, your feet to relax. Allow your hips and your core to relax down to the mat. And allow your shoulders to get heavy onto the mat. Pull your knees into your body. Roll onto your right side. Slowly, in your own time and with your own breath, come up to a comfortable seated position. We'll end practice today with a single Om. Inhale your hands high up overhead. Exhale to heart center. Inhale. And we'll end today with a word that means it's freaking cold outside. Namaste. You guys did amazing. That was awesome. Thank you so much. Stones go in the bin thing up there in the corner. We have mat spray on the wall. When you're up there, check out the 40 Days sign as well. 40 Days is an amazing program. There's diet, there's meditation, there's practice. It really changes people's lives. I'm going to be doing it. Check it out. If you have any questions, grab a hold of me and ask me. You guys did amazing.